What's up, everybody? What up, what up, what up? Alright, this is actually part 2 of this nail set. However, the part 1 is on Nellie's channel, so if you would like to go and check that out after this live, that would be great. Then you'll get to see how I created this set. But today is fall nails, and I did purple and rose gold. And, this is what we have done. So, just did a little moment. Agatha, hi! Hi, Cordy. Hi, everybody. So sorry it did that. I had to update my phone and do all this crap, so I have to encapsulate and finish look. So we'll decide if we're going to add anything to them or not. I feel like they are really, really cool. I feel like I don't... How's that look, y'all? Hopefully it looks okay. You guys will have to let me know. I can't believe it did that. Oh my gosh. Thanks for coming, ladies. I just had to get this out of my head. Yeah, I had to update the app, so I updated the app. I felt bad for Nellie because we go to live together for a reason. I don't know. It was my app that did it, so I'm not really sure if it was because it needed an update or what the hell. But, yeah. I'm gonna clean out my brush. I didn't even get time to clean out my brush or anything. So typically, when you have like small nails like these, you want... Oh, that would have been all bad, y'all. You want to basically use a thinner brush, if you will. I mean, that's what I do anyway. So, yeah. This is what they look like. I have a little something poking out the side here. So I'm just gonna have this come inward a little bit because I kind of got out of the... And with these nails, any little bit off the side makes it just look weird. But thanks for coming to hang with me. Make sure you like and subscribe. Shout out to everybody in here. And let's freaking get to encapsulating these nails. Make sure you go check out Nails by Nellie, please. And thank you. I'm going to take a drink. So, you'll get to see end caps, filing, shaping, and final look. Okay? Okay. Ready? I don't want to use my Zule clear yet because I want to get through all of this one before I do anything. I'm trying to save as much of that as I possibly can. Can you guys hear me okay? So, what up, everybody? If you guys didn't get to see the making of these nails, definitely go check both Nails by Nellie and mine out. Hers came out beautiful. She always does super fast, fun flowers. I just love it. But I was like, oh, I'm gonna do flowers on this nail. On these nails. But then I thought if I'm doing all this, I really don't need to do flowers. Because I feel like it has its own. Not sure why, but these nails give me, they kind of do, don't they? Like almost like a mystic, mysterious vibe, almost. Kind of, sort of. Alright, let's do this. It's really cold in my room. We're going to thin this out. And then I'm going to pull it down the nail. Now with these, you want to make sure your sides are fully in. So I'm going to pull what I can down the nail here. You don't want them to be like flat, but you also don't want them to be bumpy either. Hi. Hi, Alice. Nellie's set was really, really super beginner friendly. She always does really beautiful beginner friendly nails as well. We're going to melt this bead in. Now, when you're doing nails like this, you guys, the structure is the most important part on these nails. Okay? Because the nails themselves are so thin. So the structure is the most important part. Hello to anybody new coming in. How are you? AOI. Yes, it is. We are encapsulating right now. I already was live with my bestie and she my app decided to quit, so I have to go live here. Okay, I'm gonna pull this down and then I'm gonna pull it up. And I'm pulling it up to thin it out, guys, because I don't need a super huge apex or anything like that. I'm also trying to keep it as thin as I can possibly get it. Hi. Whoa. Why are we saying shut up for? What's the need in that? Hello, everybody. Alright, I'm gonna send this top part out here. And I'm gonna pull it down. This brush is a little bit wide, but I'm gonna try to not get as much on me as I possibly can here. So you want that nice structure. You guys know me, I can't do an apex, so. I'm just gonna do a little bit. Push this up. Okay. Typically, I do my thumb kind of like not that great, but this turned out okay. Okay, I'm gonna check the end. So the end still needs clear capped. Hi, Catherine. You're a nail tech. Yay! Aw, thank you so much. I am just a nail enthusiast, guys. No nail tech here. Just taught myself how to do it. Now, like I said, we're gonna melt this real quick so we don't have, take that excess off. That was a little much. That was a little much, guys. Melt it in this way. And then we're gonna pull that excess down off that end, like so. You're still clear capping. Look at that. Now, I don't do apex. I can pop these off, so I'm not, like, worried about technical aspects. Just want to tuck the sides in and make sure the edge is good. Ta-da! There she is. Now, the top probably needs a little bit more, but I'm not going to need to really... And you want to make sure your nail doesn't kind of bevel upwards, too. I mean, I don't want to put a lot on there. I feel like I'm okay. Because technically, you really don't want to put too much on there. But we're going to level this little guy out here. So I'm going to just kind of pull this down. And then pull this up just a hair. There we go. There we go. Much better. Much better. Keep your ends in the best that you can, obviously. There we go. Thank you, my lovely. Hello. Shout out to everybody in here. I did do these nails on a separate live with my bestie. And, well, my phone decided to do retarded something. And, yeah. So, now we are doing ENCAP and, filing and shaping, y'all. Now, this one, I'm going to take this guy here and I'm going to drop it off right here. We're going to kind of pull it down, pop any bubbles you may have. And I'm going to flatten that top part out. Bring this to the center. Hold your nail down. And then I'm going to just pull this down the best I can to fill in that area, okay? Just like so. Oops, shitballs, Batman. Don't do that. Usually, I don't like to use inside the jar here, but I kind of have to. Pull this over. Pop any bubbles. We're going to melt that up. Pop that bubble. And then I'm going to pull and just kind of tap this in place here. So it fills in any of the gaps that we have for those areas. Keep your sides in. Beautiful. It's snowing right now for me. Hi, wow. Hi, Jubilee. Oh, I'm going to mess up your name. I'm so sorry. Apologies ahead of time, guys. So when that happens, I have these little, from where the monomer kind of like spurted into the thing. Where I hit the jar, which sucks, but it's not a good thing either. So I'm going to push this back so I don't hit it. But yeah, me and my bestie went live. That was a big bead, Crystal. Me and my bestie went live, and we did fall nails, and this is my take on fall nails, I guess. I'm not like I don't like actual fall colors, so I like to be a bit different. I'm gonna pat this down here. When you're doing this, it should fill in those areas pretty nicely. And then if you have a little bit of dips, it's not a big deal, guys. Most of the time your file will get that excess. I have a little dip right there. The reason why I have a dip right there is because of the marble underneath. So what I'm going to do is try to melt that the best I can. What do you guys think? How's everybody's day going? You guys' day going okay? Who else loves acrylic nails? I'm going to pull this up, melt that in. And I'm just going to lightly pull my brush like this. And there we go. We filled her in. If you're new, my name is Sugar. Hello. And I am not a nail tech. Just not an influencer, but enthusiast, I guess. Hi, Crazy Candy. Bippity boppity bow. Hi, Mabel. How are you feeling, sweetheart? I got a little piece of that in there. It is very cold in my room, guys, so keep that in mind here. I got these little pieces in there from when I hit my jar. Okay, now we're going to pull that down as much as we can and fill that in. We got our little arch there. You don't want to put too much pressure, guys. The more pressure you put, the more you're going to kind of come in. I need to put some right here on this side. It's kind of hard to do it from this angle. Shitballs Batman. Don't do that. And your room being cold, being hot, that will also play a role in how long your nails dry and all of that good stuff. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. Ooh, that was a perfect bead, dude. Okay, we gotta bring this in, though. Bring it over and bring it in. Wet your brush. If it sticks to your brush isn't wet enough, y'all. Okay. So when you're doing something like this, I'm gonna clean my brush out, actually. If you're not cleaning your brush enough, and you're taking more off the nail like I just was, your brush is going to be filled with more acrylic than anything. You don't want that. So we're gonna get the bubbles out. I'm just gonna grab gonna get right up in here, come down the side. Pull it down. Take any excess I have around that cuticle area here. Alrighty. I gotta fill in that one side and then we're golden. Yeah, I was bummed. I'm slow. When I am doing nails with my bestie, you guys see just how slow I am when I'm like, I can never do anything simple. Never. Never, never. Alright. Got a little bit of a slope going on right there. We should be fine, but I'm gonna just add a little bit to it. Just to pop that bubble there. Melt that in. And then we're gonna pull this part down and over so we can fill in that edge. There we go. Now you don't want too much where your nail is sloping downward either. This one's okay. I can pretty much fix that in filing. See that? So I am going to try and take what I can. It's a little bit more difficult when you're working with a nail like this. Alright, I'm going to seal that in. Okay. It's pretty well good. What I am going to do, take this out, and then I'm going to have to put this here. And not take it off the nail this time. Because I am not a patter. So bring it back up the nail. I have a lot of acrylic on the end of this one, but I can shave most of it down. As long as it's about as even as I can get it, I'm good. Alright, we're missing this side. I feel like the side goes in. We'll get it. It'll be fine. How much is it to do I don't know. Have no idea. Would you do short? No. I mean, I do somewhat short nails, but I typically only do long. I think this one's my favorite. So when it's cold in your room, it's going to be a lot runnier than normal, if that makes sense. You want to really look at the edges too, guys. Edges, keep your sides nice and crispy, and then you'll be gilding. I'm going to bring it all the way to the side. Typically, when it's wet like that. I'm not saying you should do it flat, but I try to flatten the top out as much as I can so it's not so bulky and big. Hello everybody, welcome in. Alright, we're going to melt this in right here. Pull this back up here. And then when you're doing this, I just took that right off the nail down. When you're doing such a nail like this, you have to make sure your structure is good down here or they will snap. Hi. Hello everybody, what up, what up, what up? You're gonna change your name? Why? Don't change your name. I don't know, these nails are my favorite. I really like these nails. Yay. Oh shit, that was the wrong way. Whoops. Mimi, hello. What up, what up, what up, what up? I can't wait to see the top coat on these, you know? I'm gonna push this over here. Okay, clean my brush and then we're gonna go around that outside. I'm gonna go around just like this to kind of seal in that cuticle a little bit. Have a good apex on mine. Just need a little bit more at the bottom here so that way we don't break them. Okay, we're gonna pull that down. Look at that slope, everybody. That's perfect right there. Yeah. If you're new here, hi, what up? Make sure you like and subscribe if you love nails. Amazing. Okay, I missed a teeny, teeny, tiny spot on the side here. Bear with me. There we go. I hate when I end up getting it, like, under the skin. Stuff happens. It's alright, though. Alright, so this side, we need just a tibby bit on the side here. So, you know, if you love nails at that, we're gonna make sure we get this side really good. Because it's kind of hard to see this side, to be honest. Melt that baby in there. And we're just gonna pat that in. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. I think that one's my favorite nail. What up, everybody? Is it Mina? And Mimi? And I love Malachi? Alice Cordy, welcome, welcome, everybody. Alright, we got 2 more nails to encapsulate. I'm going to clean the brush. Because, you know, you just got to. I'm going to grab a new paper towel. Actually, I think I'm fine. Yeah. Alright. We're going to be filing and shaping. I have something in my powder. I don't know what that was, but alrighty. We're going to start right here, right at the apex. And we're going to pull it up, guys. The one thing you want to make sure that you do, I'm going to pull this over, is any bubbles that you have in there, you want to make sure that you pop those babies, especially if you have a marble like this that you have to encapsulate, or else you will see them. But that went beautiful. You want to keep it tucked in as much as you can on the sides. Oh yeah. So after we're done, what I typically do is I will go and wash my hands. Okay. What I have to remember is this is not a huge nail like I'm typically used to here. That was a really bad bean. But like I have a little white thing right here. Which typically when that happens, it's because I got some type of powder wet. And then, yeah. How many of you guys have done acrylic nails? Is acrylic nails your favorite or is it not your favorite? Okay, what we don't want is, like I said, we want to make sure it's level. The bottom there. And if you have dirty monomer, you guys, that will also contribute to having issues when clear capping or anything like that. We want it all to be level, so I'm going to lightly just force that upward so it melts into itself. And then we need some right here. I love acrylic. I have always loved it. Like, I don't know. I just have always loved it. Like, pop. I'm gonna pull this up. Leave that in. Take that excess off. Now you don't want any like super divots, you know, right here. Most of the stuff your file will get, and it's not a big deal, guys. But for the most part, you see how it kind of like is angled like this? You don't want that particularly. So we're gonna melt it in. We're gonna pull up. I'm not one that can like bring the clear all the way down the nail. I have never been able to do that. So there we go. I have my window open and I am freezing myself out here. It's still a little wonky, but for the most part, we're okay. Can't be too picky, I guess. I'm gonna get this wet. We're gonna do a bead here and come down, one here, and then up at the top. I'm gonna switch this so I'm up here instead of getting some more clear in my brush. I'm gonna bring it, and I'm gonna pull the sides down so that way it kind of has somewhere to go. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna pull the sides up. Melt that up in that. Yeah, that's what you want right there. Nice bevel. That is what you want. Clear sides. Make sure there's no divots. I do have a little divot right there. If you get anal, I don't know, are you guys anal about like how you put it on, and or do you just kind of put it on and then go from there? I used to just be that type of person where I just kind of put it on and then went from there. But the more I keep going, you know, the better I get each time, if that makes sense. Which is with anything, right? I'm gonna melt this a little bit more so we don't have so big of an apex. I'm not an apex girly either, so if there are some nail techs in here, just know I'm not an apex girly at all. At all. I'm gonna take that out. Alright, we're gonna shoot this all the way to the side. Same thing on here. Then, wet our brush again, come back in, and pull down. I will say it's a lot harder seeing this side of my nail. So I'm going to melt that a little bit better here. Luckily my heat kicked on, so it'll finally not be so cold in here. I love these nail tips. They're my favorite. Hi, AB. What did I miss? What are we laughing at? What are we laughing at, everybody? Are you behaving, Cordy? Because I can't technically see the chat this moment. That is beautiful. I do have a little bevel right here on the side, so... Alright, I'm gonna grab a new paper towel, and then we will start filing, everybody. Dragon Claws! Hi! I was hoping you were gonna be able to come back. I had to get these done, you guys. Alright, let me grab another paper towel, y'all. I have to put a paper towel over this blue one because it makes my camera go yellow for some reason. I don't know why, it just does. This is what they look like so far, guys. So I'm gonna get any excess crap I have at the bottom of my... Anytime you're using clear, guys, you want to make sure once you go to clear capping, you want to make sure you have good clean monomer, so that way, you know, it's not foggy. I'm not making sure of that right now. I just want to get these capped and ready to go, so we can get the filing. I have a little pivot thing right here, and I want to make sure I get it. It's more so on this side than anything. So we're just going to lightly pull this up, melt that in, then pull down just a hair so it fills in that area. Alrighty. Alright, we're going to do just a tibby bit up at the top. Just so I know it's encapsulated. Okay, up here. All the colors that I used except for the white are mine, and the white is the new white I got from Zule, which I absolutely am in love with. Like, I am in love with that white, you guys. The pearl glow white. Oh, it's so beautiful. I definitely have gotten better being up at the cuticle area than I used to. Like, if you guys have been following me for a long time, you know that my cuticle areas used to be absolutely horrible. Alright, I'm going to put one more right here so it's not so flat. Okay, it's sticking to my brush, so that means my monomer is very dirty. However, I'm going to soak this in, pull this up, and then I'm going to lightly pull down. And because I'm pulling down on this, we're going to fill in that little area. Better than what it was. I'm going to try to use what I can, and we're going to put a little bit more right here. I don't typically like to put all this on here, but I'm going to wet my brush. Don't want it to stick. And then we're going to melt that in. I call it melting it in, to be honest. But I think we're good. I should be able to get that out. I have enough on there that I definitely will be able to get that out and shape it down to where this matches this. It's all encapsulated, so. So, I am going to clean this guy out. Yeah, they do it a lot. They literally do that to me all the time. I've heard a lot of them are bots. A lot are bots, a lot are like just younger kids. But some are adults. Don't forget that. It's purple. I made. It does have a blue shift to it though. It is reflective once I get it on there. I made it. There's a Mix-a-Lot live that I made these colors in. The last time I made 4 colors. Oh, it was my Hobby Lobby part 2 where we made the dark colors. You guys picked what colors I made. That's what that's from. Matter of fact, all these colors are from that except for the cover color. That's the only one that's not from there. But I made them all. Cozy, hi. Here. I'm just capping them right now. So, we're almost done though. We got 1 nail. And then we'll be filing. I'm going to clean my brush out though. Since it's so cold in my room, because I have my window open, and it's snowing right now. It just started snowing, which sucks. I can't wait to... I'm not going to have to shape a lot, so we're not going to be shaping for a long time, which is great. I'm quite proud of that. Okay. Ready? Yes, it is giving amethyst vibes, ain't it? I wanted just to do, this is like fall vibes, but I wanted to do something different and do purple and rose gold. I'm on a rose gold kick for some reason. Much better. Look at that pickup. Alright, I'm gonna start here. It's hard for me to keep my nail down. So I'm going to pat that in. And then we're going to pat upwards to thin that out. That is pretty. I don't know what possessed me to do it, but the way the acrylic laid when I first put it on there, I was like, this is a definite must stay. Some of the ladies were in the... Oh, shit. I just stuck my brush in there. Some of the ladies was in the live that I created these in. Which is on my bestie's channel, Nails by Nelly. So if you don't know her, you gotta go check her out because she does some amazing nails, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna try pull this down as much as I can here. Yeah. I have to remember that these are tiny at the end here, so. And sometimes if it's too cold, you want to wait a little bit to kind of put more on, if that makes sense. I'm going to melt that in, take that excess off, pull that down. We'll go back in and add a little bit more. What's your favorite part about acrylic nails? I'm trying to keep it in as much as I possibly can. And because this is a clear nail, you want to make sure you don't get a bunch underneath here. And you want to get it out as best as you can, guys. Get any excess around the sides. Because I promise you, you will see it from the other side. Oh shit, don't put your freaking brush to it like I just did. Crap. Crap. That's okay. Alright, I'm going to take most of the bottom around my brush. I'm going to take this little corner of my brush. I'm going to wet my brush. I'm going to pull it up. There we go. Perfect. So you really want to look at, pat that down. Go back and forth if you have to. There's not like a wrong or really a right way. But you don't want to divot. So like if I look at it from this, it looks great here. But if you look at it from this side, I have a little bevel right here. We don't want that. We want as much strength as we can on this nail. Because it is so tiny. That was a lot. Holy crap. It's fine. How many of you guys are patters? Any of you guys patters? Because I am not. I'm going to just take that. Alright, I'm going to cut that. And then I'm going to bring it over the edge so it encapsulates the full edge. Better than what it was. I do that every time. Put my freaking brush in it. Every freaking time. So pretty. Now, you can tell if you have anything in your brush when you go like this and you see all these little streaks on your paper towel. That'll let you know if you have stuff in your brush too, guys. And sometimes you can get like crystallization in your clear. And I don't remember what makes it do that, but I'm gonna push that and bring that down. Nice. Alright. And like I said, I'm not one that is able to walk it down or anything like that. So, just know. And you want to tuck those sides in the best that you can. Get around your cuticle. Gonna just seal the cuticle with my brush. Get any... Okay, for the most part, we got a little bit of flatness. No big deal. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna take this guy. And I'm just gonna put him right here. That was bad. Don't... And then I'm gonna move it down. Okay, we're gonna melt that in. Then we're gonna lightly bring it back up the nail to fill in that gap. And I mean light hand, you guys. I have such a heavy hand that like I will straight go right through it. Look at it from both sides though, so that way you know you're making sure you're getting that side. We have a lot of clear right here because of how our thing is. Which is fine with me because you can always file it down, but it's not going to take that long to file. The only thing I'm going to do, take just a little bit of this guy with a wet bead, and I'm just going to go around that. I'm going to take this excess, and I'm just going to make sure I'm literally getting all the way up and around. Okay, we got a nice slope going on, so that's good. As long as you can keep them, see how this one's it's got a little bit way more than what the other ones do, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. Just make sure if this side looks like it's coming in, it'll be alright. We can fix it by filing this side, but you don't want your nail to look like, if you have to, hold it up in the light and you'll be able to see where you're missing some. Or if you need more, if that makes sense. The only thing I'm going to do is this little side piece. Side piece, baby. Right here. I'm going to fill this in. So we're going to melt that in. We're going to come around to that side. Nice. Alright. We're going to pull it in. Bring it back up this way. There we go. There we go. Definitely got way more on it than need be, but that's okay. At least we know she's encapsulated, right? Now, if you're new here, I don't do apexes, y'all, okay? I just don't. I just don't. But as far as end capping the glitters and stuff, we are good. Just gonna bring this down. Alright. I'm gonna clean around my nail off. We're gonna let these bibbas dry. I'm just gonna clean what I can, because I try to not get this on my skin, but sometimes it just happens, y'all. Alrighty, there they are. Not too thick. Now this one's a little bit thicker than any of these other ones, but for the most part, I'm not gonna have to worry about anything. I think with this one, I do need a little bit more right here, or I'm gonna go right through that, I feel like. So I'm just gonna do like a light. I'm gonna get it wet. Don't get it wet that much. Oh, that looks so cool, you guys. I'll take all of that out. Shit, I just poked that way too far up, but we'll get it in just a second. At least I know we'll be okay. You don't even want to have to do this, guys. Okay? Because that means whatever acrylic is in your brush is now getting on your skin. So keep that in mind. Sometimes I am shaky. And it freaking does what it does. And I'm like, no. Okay. Alright, I feel a lot better with that. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. So I'm going to show you exactly what I do when I wait for my nails to dry. Because it's cold, people have a temptation of putting their hands in the lamp. Please don't do that with the acrylic and the monomer all over your fingers. I am begging you guys to please don't do that. I used to do it. I saw somebody do it one day and I'm like, oh my god, yay. Right? Hi, Zoe. And so I started to do it and I'm like, oh my god, this works cool, but it's only good for like your practice hands and stuff like that. That's the only time it's good for, okay? Other than that, do not do it. Okay? Okay, just making sure my brushes are clean. Hi, Abby. How are you? Please don't spam the chat. Hi, Maddie. Or Maggie. My bad. We're just waiting for these to dry. So while these are waiting to dry, we're going to pick up everything. I got my dust collector and everything ready. Well, I got it out. We're going to use that guy because we don't want to be having this stuff go up. We're going to be using the Zulays top coat, which I'm so stoked for. I am going to go ahead and put my cap on my brush here. And then we're going to put our brushes up. So if you clean up as you go, guys, it's going to be better for you. I promise. Alrighty. We're going to roll this guy up. We're going to do not ever pour any of this down your drain. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Alyssa. Thank you. Thank you so much. I can't wait to put the top coat on them. I always put my stuff in a bag, Preferably a real Ziploc bag, like one of those real huge ones are the best for keeping the smell out. Nah, for y'all? Hello. Okay, I have a baggie for this guy, which I don't remember where he went, but... And I keep my jar in a baggie too because it also keeps the smell from the jar within the bag. Sealed and locked in the bag. Alrighty, guys. Alright, so we're still waiting here. So what you want to do is you want to clean up as you go. Okay? Clean up as you go, and it'll be easier when you go to do whatever you need to do. Right? So that's what I'm going to do. The only thing I'm going to do is put these away. So bear with me here. Okay? And then we'll get to filing. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Alrighty. Alright. This is what they look like, guys. And I wear a glove. So while we're waiting, we're going to take a few of these, some alcohol, and we're going to clean around our fingers. Oh, no worries, my love. Maggie is my mom's name. Oh. Hi, NB. NB, how are you? Happy Sunday, sweetheart. Okay, so this is what I do, okay? You're going to go around the outside, and this really does. So one thing you want to do is take and go around the outside. Get that monomer off your fingers. You can also, another thing is, you can also go in and wash your hands. For the sake of this, I'm not going to do that, but I do that to help prevent any breakouts. Not that I break out, like with this, but for the most part, it just helps get all any acrylic that is left where your brush went around your skin, you know? It just helps get that off, guys. So, see this? I did get this, so I'm going to go up underneath this. And try to get that off. Because that is literally on my skin, so you have to be careful, you guys. Because you can take your skin off if you're not careful. Best thing is it's not dry all the way yet, so it's easy to kind of manipulate that and get what you can off. Then once you file, you'll be able to, you know, really get the rest of whatever's down there. See how it just rubs off, guys? It's the best thing to do, and it's the best thing that I found, especially if you guys break out at all or anything like that. It just, yeah, gets all that excess off there, makes it nice and soft, and you're not sticky and gross. And it's just something I've always done because I'm sensitive and I break out. Doesn't matter if I'm using acrylic, but I used to be a lot more sloppy with my acrylic, and so I would have a hard time. And so this is just something that I started doing, and it really does help. So if you're a beginner and you're getting it all over because your brush has it, you know, your brush has some in it, it's the best way to do it. Then go wash your hands, or file your hands, and then after you file your hands, go do a really good scrub down. Okay, so you can get anything off. This just makes it to where you don't have to scrub so much. Hi, Kenzie. You're in love? Yay. I'm so glad. But like I said, hot and cold play a role in whether or not it's going to dry fast, depending on the acrylic. I mean, everything is a factor in when you're using acrylic, you guys. With gel, you can pretty much use gel at any, you know what I mean? Gel's not like acrylic, but I like acrylic because it's hardened, and I can wear, like, I do my pop-off method, and I am using half cover tips, but I used my top coat and my pop-off method to, typically with half cover tips, you don't really see a lot of people do the pop-off method, but I do it and it works for me, but that doesn't mean it's going to work for y'all. But it does work for me at least. Aww. Thank you guys so much for... Hi, Kenzie! Hello, everybody. Welcome in. If you're new, my name is Sugar, and I do everything nails. We do crazy nails. I'm just getting into doing whatever my little tiny heart desires. But yeah, this is what they look like so far. And my best friend, I went live with my bestie, and her name is Nails by Nelly. She actually, on her channel, is how I made these. This is just encapsulation filing. So next up, we are going to file, shape and file, which isn't going to take long at all, guys, because they're not like super huge and bulky. So it's not going to take me long, but I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how I do it anyway. I think it's pretty relaxing. I gotta plug my little guy in here. There he is. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is from Melody Susie. And then we're going to be using the buffer from Zule and this hand file, which is 8100 grit. Zule's top coat. So, give me one sec, guys. Do not go anywhere. Hi, Sparkle! I love you guys. You guys are fucking amazing. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for... Shout out to everybody in here. Shout out. Can we get us some... Look, 111 people in here. At least that's what it says on my end. Can we get, like... Can we make it to 100 likes tonight before we're done? Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Camille. Hi, Shirley. Would you recommend... I would recommend it for someone who's a beginner or somebody who likes a smaller area or thing. It's not so wide and long, if that makes sense. It is nice because it does actually work, as you can see. And there's 3 levels on this. This is the corded one, and I will say the corded one, you will get more amps and more power out of the one that's corded because it's actually plugged into the wall, which gives you more of a power, right? Versus one that is rechargeable. Once it starts going low, it just gets lower and lower. So when it's going, it's not really taking in as much dust. Obviously, there's dust that gets around because look how small this is, right? But it does work where it's not flying up in your nostrils. So I would recommend this one right here. Do I think that you need a little bit bigger one if you're going to do super long nails? Yes. That's my thought. That's me. But I would recommend this Melody Susie one. I don't have a code with him. I don't work with him. I got this from my bestie. But I heard that the, crap, I forget what the one was that I seen. But let me grab my charger really quick, guys. Now, my fingers, or my nails are still just a tad on the bottom, which is fine. No big deal. We're just going to have to wait just a few more seconds here. Alrighty. Oh, yeah. This one would be perfect for you, babe. I think. I use it, and I use it for long nails even. You know what I mean? And it's fine with me. I will say, I didn't like the young nails. I had the real long... young nails one, and it only has 1 speed. This is the older version, not this new one. I don't know about the new one, guys. Hi, Sandra. Here's my nails. But however, the one that they previously had, I was gifted, and it just didn't have enough ass behind it. You know what I mean? So for as much as they charge for that, it just wasn't my cup of tea. You know what I mean? You could probably find some cool ones on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? I'm using my fan as a nail. Hey, girl, whatever you gotta do. I went from using none to, like, this. Or, well, the other one first and then this one. Give me one sec, y'all. Do not go anywhere. They're still sticky, like on the bottom here. And then this one's still kind of tacky here. They're almost done though. This one's still sticky underneath. Bear with me. Go in the comments, chat amongst yourselves. Shout out to everybody. Oh, you're okay, Sandra Love. We did this on Nellie's channel, and then my phone started to give out, and it just kicked me out and shut off. So I was like, no! So now we're on here. Give me 1 second. I just realized that I'm talking live, but was like 10 minutes behind on the video. Oh my goodness, you're okay. That happens to me a lot, guys. But stay here. I'm gonna mute you guys. I have to go to the bathroom, so give me 1 sec. We're almost ready to go, and then I will show you how I file these into a straight square. Well, like, it's like, I forget what these are called, but anyway, I'll be right back, guys. Alright, we're back. So, you know what I realized? Look. You see this part right here? I was supposed to put my, the foil, I was supposed to go down the sides of each one so they were beveling inward. Ugh! I just realized that. Okay, anyway. Any hoozle. Alright, you guys ready? Hi, Becky! I can't disconnect myself from watching. Yay! Excuse me. Okay, we're going to use this file, 80, 100 grit. So 80's on the back, 100's on the front. We're going to turn her on low. That's not that loud, right? Thank you. I'm so mad. Hi, Alyssa. Excuse me. Yeah, I was mad. I just realized that I didn't put... Yeah, anyway. Any hoozle. What we're going to do is we're going to go right up against that cuticle, up underneath, though. So we're going to file. So you see that bevel? We want to make that straight. So we're going to come up. Not too much, because we don't want to go too far in on the nail itself. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go like this. Okay, so we're going to go straight. See where it's here and then here? We're going to go straight. And then whatever you do over here, you do on the same side. So you just, it's all about angles. Look at that, nice. Add that pressure there. Alrighty. Same thing on this end, underneath. Kind of hard when I'm like this, but we're going to get it the best that we can here. Don't want to go up too far. Okay, now we're going to go on this side. Yeah, look at that. Nice. Okay, I'm going to make sure the side's good. Yeah. Alright, so underneath, we're going to take this guy. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to go underneath, and we're going to get any excess. Make it nice and flush. See that? Anything hanging down, this is what's going to level that out, guys. Okay? See that? And then you can take like your little drill and get inside here and get the all this, like if there's anything underneath here. Especially if you have a clear nail, guys. You don't want any of that up underneath that clear nail because you will see it inevitably. So, now that we got that, all we need to do is just lightly round this out here. I see I missed a spot right there, look. No! That's okay. Now, if you're ever using a file, I'm going to come up this side here. There we go. Nice. Okay, I'm going to come up this way. This is just to level that out. And then typically what I like to do is take a non-abrasive file. So I know I'm not going to cut myself. That's a new file, so. Typically I don't have to go around too much. But I will take this file and we'll go around. We don't want to cut ourselves. We're going to level that out. Like I said, a lot of this we're not going to have to do a lot to this. Bring this down. Like I said, I don't do zones, guys, so I just make sure we have a nice bevel coming from here to here. Whatever you do to one side, you need to do to the other side, right? So, just gonna make sure. Okay. A lot of people don't hand file acrylic, but I feel like I have more. We go lightly around our cuticles so we do not cut ourselves. We're just going to seal it in just a hair. Not a lot, just enough here. See that? Look at that. Look at that. I didn't even have to do much. So look at it from both this way, and then I also look at it this way. But that's me, guys, okay? So we're going to round this part out. We don't want it to be too square here. Ooh. Okay, same thing here. Got a little excess up here. There we go. It's just easier for me to do it this way. I don't typically use my file unless I'm doing like super long nails. But for the most part, I'm going to keep rounding that top part out. We're really good on that top edge. Okay, now we're going to take this guy. Excuse me. I'm going to go side to side. We want it nice and crispy. Look at that. Look at that. There we go. That's how easy that was. It is 7:21 for me. Guys, I think we're golden. I think that's the fastest I've ever filed my thumb too. Beautimous. Okay, same thing on here. We're going to take this file and we're going to go right up underneath here. Got some excess going up on the sides here. So we're going to make sure our skin is not part of that. I will say this is a little awkward to file like this, but okay, underneath. Not too much though. Side. I do this for every nail. The same way every time. Now you just want to be careful though when you're doing this. Okay, we're going to go underneath. One of the biggest pet peeves I have is underneath the nail. Because look, I still have all this excess up underneath here. You will have to use your E-file to get that out. Especially if you're using tips like this where there's not a lot of room. Most of it will absolutely come out. But you just want to make sure everything is the same and is leveled out, guys. And you don't want to go too far up here either. Oops. You can go up here, but just be careful. I got a little excess going on up there. There we go. Straight and beautimous. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to go underneath with this one. And you can absolutely file one side more than the other, so. I am so excited. Thank you guys so much for coming today. I can't wait to put that top coat on. And I forgot, some of these glow. There we go. Yeah, alright. Okay, now we're going to go back and forth here. I'm trying not to put too much pressure on this bottom part because I do have a pop-off method on, so we're going to go ahead and go around. Come at an angle here and bevel this down. If you bevel, I know a lot of people like the straight look, however, I don't. I like it to be nice, like thinned out and rounded out. I feel like it looks super classy, like it's my own nail. Alright, same thing. Gonna go on this side and level this all out. Middle. I am so thankful you guys are here. I hope you guys are having an amazing Sunday. Okay, so we need to take some of this guy down. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go... I hate this file, but I like it at the same time. I'm going to go right down that middle part. Same thing here. Yeah, look at that. Look at that frame on that. Yes. And I'm not getting into any of the color that's underneath there either. So we're going to go ahead and seal this in as nicely as we possibly can, guys. Real lightly. Is it easier with my e-file? Probably in terms of up here, but I feel like I can get the same thing a lot easier with my hand file. And have a little bit more grip on it. And I will tell you guys, okay, so this needs to come down more here. I will say, I do not prep my nail beds. So I want you guys to know, I don't prep anything. There we go, look at that baby. Yes. But yes, I don't prep anything at all. And the reason why I don't do that is because I'm very sensitive. So if I touch my cuticles, literally, I will break out, so. Okay, we need to come in more. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna go ahead, square this off. And then I need to also... So what you want to do when you take a file, see how we're going straight like this? You then want to roll it up and go up here. It's really going to give you a crisp, clean line. Especially at this point here. Now I kind of took that side off a little bit, damn it, but that's okay. Shit happens. There we go. What do you think? Great. Nice. Love it when we get to talk shit. Shit. Literally. I mean, what's your guys' favorite part about nails? Got a little excess here. Is it the filing and shaping, or... See how I have this excess right here? We're going to break that from the skin, then we're going to file that down. And we want this to match with the level of the nail. Then we're going to take this and go long ways. And then you're going to go back and kind of go back and forth here. There we go. Give me a sec, y'all. I gotta hold my hand down here. For the most part, your file can get down inside there, but my suggestion is to make sure you get it all out. Okay? Alright, now I'm going to take my other one. Now with this one, you want to be careful because we have the foil. See the foil we have? Look at that. Nice. And then you want to keep your edges nice and straight too. I think these might be my favorite. Although I like the other set that I did, these just might be my favorite. I don't know. We're gonna go back and forth. Now, as I move my back and forth like that, it kind of really lets it just kind of bevel this way as I'm rotating it. You don't have to do it that way. I just do it that way. Because let's just say your girl doesn't do proper filing, as some would say, so I just file. All I know is if I can snatch them up and they look perfect, then it doesn't matter how I filed, you know? Just don't do what I do, okay? That's all I say. Don't do what I do in some instances. Okay, I'm gonna lightly pull that skin back. And then we're gonna just go around like so. Because we want that nice leveled out look right there. I do still have some acrylic on me. We don't want it to bevel out to the sides here, so we do need to kind of bring that down a little bit more. But the arch is great. I still need to bring down the top just a hair. Same thing as before. Kind of rotate your hand. I can't wait to go to the vet. I have to go to the vet and bring my kitty to the vet tomorrow, guys. So wish me luck, please. I just pray that we have good news and that the mass that she has, they can take out. And then it's just like, you know, one of those masses that doesn't do anything. So today we're not going to be using Steve. Are you prepared to not use Steve today? Nice. Look at that. That is perfect, yo. Look at that. That's perfect. Okay, I'm just going to make sure I follow through the edge really nicely. No lumpies and bumpies. Nice. Beautimous. Look at that. See how much thicker this one is compared to that one? Now these ones will be a lot thicker though because they are the marble. So you're going to have to kind of pay attention to the edges of your nails, you know? But that's probably as good as I'm going to get her. Still beautiful though. There we go. Sorry about that. Alright, underneath. I have to be careful because I don't want none of these to pop off. Huh? Put it in there. I forgot to turn the fan on, guys. Went out in the living room. Typically, it doesn't go out in the living room, but... Nice. I think these look really good on me, guys. I heard Young Nails is good, just for... Young Nails is good. Surgery tab, let me check. I'm not behind on the live. Yeah, it's, she has to have surgery because she has a mass on her boob. And we don't quite know what it is, but it doesn't act like it hurts her. You know, unless she, like, hits it on something or something like that, you know? So, I'm just kind of hoping and praying that, like, that is all it is, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna try to hold this and go straight. If most of you guys have been here for a while, you know that I am, like, the biggest pet peeve is under the nail. It's hard to hold my hand this way. Give me a sec. Most of it will come right off. And then you won't have to, like, deal with it, but you can go in too far and then you'll make your nail unlevel underneath. So you do have to be careful. At least how far you go in. Nice. Sorry about that, guys. I have, like, this stupid cough and I cannot get rid of it. I would say for me, the hardest nail for me to file is my pinky nail. Anybody else? Like, it is seriously the hardest nail for me to file, and I hate it. Okay, we're gonna come around this side. Now we're gonna level out the nail. Nice. That looks really good. All I gotta do is bevel this side out here. Usually when I go out, I have like certain people and places I go, and they're like, where's your nails? Like if I don't have them on. Do any of you ladies have that? Where like the people you see all the time, like let's say at a gas station or something, they notice shit? Ooh. Nice. So what I'm doing is making sure this is leveled out too. Because this top part, you don't want it to like come down. I think I'm okay, but... Beautiful. I need to seal this part in just a tad. There we go. I think they look beautiful, guys. It's coming off right there. Shh, we won't say nothing. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with it or it will come off. Alright, y'all. You ready? One more and we are done. Alright, we're gonna go under. This is the hardest one, guys. Nice. Now, you do need something to get up in here because this is a clear nail. So if you can get all that at the very tip right here, you're golden. Nice. Perfect. Alright. Dude, thanks for sticking with me, guys. Sorry I can't see the chat at the moment, though. Okay, so this one actually needs to come in on the side here. So we're going to go ahead and do... I pull my skin back so we don't hit the skin. Woo! That's a hard... Nice. Ugh. Are you guys ready for that top coat? Alright, so I'm swinging this like along the side. And then I'm going to swing it this way. Nice. Alright. I'm going to shave down that side and the top. A little bit more. And we're going to use my new buffer too. So this side really needs to come in and be rounded out. Nice. And then we'll get our top. Man, that's beautiful. I'm actually kind of proud of that. Not gonna lie. Let's seal this baby in. I am going to take that down a hair. What do you guys think? I feel like I've gotten a lot better. Not just at like shaping, but like just applying the acrylic too. Because if you guys watched me before, I used to slap that shit everywhere. Most of you guys will know, but anybody who is new wouldn't. Wow. Alright, we need to still bring this side in. And the reason why I say that is because you don't want it to bevel outwards. So you don't want it to like stick out a lot on the side. You want it to completely come down like this. And so I have a little bit right here, which is fine. So it kind of comes up right here. That's fine. As long as the side of your nail doesn't like stick out and it looks level to your actual finger. We're gonna feel it. Oh yeah, golden. Okay, just make sure that top's nice and flat. Side. And go ahead and square her off. Whoa, dude. Oh, I think I did that crooked. I did. I always do that. Do you guys ever do yours crooked? Alright. So these two are inevitably going to be a lot thicker due to what we did on the nail, but for the most part, look at them. Beautimous. Nice. There we go. Ta-da! Alright, here's the fun part. Buffing the nail. Antonia, hi! It does. I love it. So I am using the coarser side to really smooth out those edges. Because I really want this to be like super duper like, oh yeah. Alright, then you're going to do the back side as well, guys. You have to. You have to smooth that back side out, okay? I mean, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. But for me, I gotta smooth that out too. So I will say, you see this little thing I have right here? There we go. 9 times out of 10, you'll be able to get it to come out. And it came out. Aw, thanks for the little... What was that, a dog? A clown? I didn't get to see it. I seen something pop up. I didn't actually get to see the... Look at that. Oh, my Lanta. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to show you guys the glitter that's about to come out on these. Because that purple that I made has a blue shift to it. And not only does it have a blue shift to it, how it's also got reflective in it too. So let's get up around our cuticle. I will say, I got a little bit more up here, but I can't go up any farther because it's coming off, so that's just going to have to live like that, unfortunately, but that's fine. What do you guys think of the shape, though, so far? You guys like it? I'm not a fall person, right? So when Nelly was like, I want to do fall nails again, and I'm like, I don't know. I really was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. And I struggled for like an hour trying to figure out exactly what I was gonna do. And like what colors I was gonna pick. But you know what? I just let it flow. I just knew I wanted to do purple. And I wanted to do like that dark color, that dark nude that I used. I just knew I wanted to use a coppery tone. So, yeah. Nice. Most people probably wouldn't take this long to do their nails. However, I spent all that time. I spent the whole time me and Nelly were live just creating the background. Literally just creating the background. She was done and top coated and ready to go. And I was like, what? I didn't even know. I thought she was still working on hers. She's fast little shit, I will say. You want it to be nice and smooth. Like, I'm talking smooth, guys. I'm not saying like, oh, it's smooth. I'm talking smooth. Because that's going to get you your shape. The best possible shape that you can possibly get. Is when you go at all angles. Promise. How do I keep going sideways? There we go. Goodness. Bear with me, y'all. Most people would be like, hello. However, I think that these nails need good justice, right? Like, the ultimate justice. Because I think these might be my absolute favorite, you guys. And I've done some really awesome nails. Tasha! Hi, my lovely. I went live with Nelly. Because she asked me to go live with her today to do like a fall set on her channel. And then my phone was like, nope, not today. Gave out on me halfway, so I didn't get to get done. So I had to come on here and do my application, like encapsulation. And all I got to do is this nail and the other nail with my buffer, and then we're putting top coat on, and then we're done. And then we're done. Hi, Caitlin. Is it Cat? Yeah, Caitlin, right? Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Shout out to everybody. I did take a little ding out of my nail right there, but whatever. Whatever. It's fine. The buffer just makes it so smooth. Nice. Okay, we're almost done, guys. It's kind of hard to do certain sides on here, I will say. Especially like down here at the bottom, but I think we're golden. Right, almost done. Let's do this. Hi, Carly. Hey, hi. You're already past what I can do. Well, honey, I've been doing this for years. I know, I did rose gold today because I'm on this rose gold kick because I have nothing in rose gold. Like, I don't have rose gold charms or anything like that. I'm the 100th person. Yay! So we're almost done. Give me one sec, guys. Oh, yeah. Smooth. Let me get this side. Nice. I love the Zula's buffer, guys. It's a new contender. Okay, now, these, I gotta get the stuff out of the back of this because this is a clear nail, so. Alright, let's get this. And then, get our little. So you want to make sure you're looking at this angle, and I did it again, guys. I think it's because I don't have my glasses on. So like when I go to, here we go. Okay. I would say this is the only nail that I have issues with. Trying to get this corner down. Because I want it to be perfect. Okay. It's as good as we're going to get. I did tuck that side in more, though, than I thought I did. Alright. We'll go down there one more time. Oh, my goodness. Check, check, check. Underneath is great. Alright, let's take our little floofy brush, get what we can off. And then we'll take the alcohol and we'll get her all cleaned up. Ow! That's the only bad thing about these is you get them caught in everything. Right, we're almost done. We're almost done. Alright. We'll take our wipes. I'm using Zula's top coat too. Ready? Let's freaking do this. Oh, look at that color. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna get way under the nail. Oh my gosh, you guys. I did nick myself right there, though. Damn it. Oh my. The sparkle in this. And it's supposed to snow tomorrow. It's not even supposed to be nice and sunny. It's going to be hard to get, like, the sparkle pictures, but... It's going to be hard. See right here where I got this little area? My hand's a little funky right here. And I have this little area that is hard for me to get, but I think I did okay. It's just a little wobbly up there, but no big deal. Woo! Look, see where I got myself right there and there? It's okay, though. I didn't really get it. I just kind of, I don't know how you want to say that. Just kind of like went around the circle. See that? I'm very sensitive around those areas. Didn't even realize I did it, to be honest. Damn it. Yeah, see that? Little nicks up there. Oh well. Alright, we are cleaning this off because they need cleaned. Okay. Oh my god. Look at those. Oh, okay. Ready? Ready? I'm gonna turn my light off. This is what they look like matte. Hold on. Look at that purple, though. I love this nail. The transition in the background with that on there. I wish I would have done 2 of them like it. Alright. We are using Zula's non-wipe toughened top coat HEMA-free. Okay, ready? Can you see the sparkle in that? Look at that purple. Look at the different, oh, you guys can't tell, but look at the different colors up inside that. It's going to be a little out of focus because I have to do it that way for you guys to see just how beautiful the glitter is. Wow. Oh my gosh. I amaze myself every time, guys. I seriously do. Okay, we're gonna go underneath here. Just seal this in. Holy shnikes. And then you want to keep those edges nice and crispy. I would say take off as much as you can and get it in the light as fast as possible. Alright, I'm going to throw this in there really quick. It's a thicker, but not too thick. It's where I can do multiple fingers. Oh shit, and I just touched my nail to the top of that, damn it. Nailgasm! Hi, Julie! Dude, I cannot... Oh, I got a donation. Or little rubles. I cannot believe we don't have 100 likes. Can we get 75 at least? Look at that. Oh my. Guys, oh my gosh. Whoa. That is very shimmery. You can definitely tell that my monomer was dirty though. It's a little, what do you want to call that? It's a little cloudy on top. Or in the middle, I mean. Wow. So I'll be keeping these on, and then I'm going to be popping them off with you guys, too. I figured that would be nice. I could do for you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. Have to keep it crispy. Dude, you guys, I think this is bomb. Shout out to everybody in here. You guys are amazing. You love them? Oh, I do think they're cool, Matt. I do. However, I think with like, I wish I would have done another one of the, oh my god, they all glow. Well, these glow. I wish, I like the thumb. I like the transition of the thumb. Alright, here's the middle one. Oh, that looks really cool with the purple inlay. I did not know if that was going to work, and it did. It worked. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me try to get up here. I'll show you guys the glow too. I honestly didn't think it... I forgot that that glowed in the dark. Okay, so for this one, we got to go underneath because it's clear. Oh. Oh. Oh my. I don't even have to put anything. I don't have to put anything on these. I can leave them just like this. Like, dead serious. Could just leave them just like this. Wow. Okay, same thing. Wow. Beautiful. Okay. In the light she goes. They don't... Yeah, right? I know. Hi, Kitty Cat. Hi, Preppy Big Back. How are you? Hi, Maggie. I think I said that right. Yeah, Maggie. Okay, I'm just putting them in there for a little bit, and then I'll do a full 60, but I just want to get this on so you guys aren't here all night. Okay, ready? That purple is my favorite. Oh my gosh, it almost looks like it's floating glitter in water. I'm serious. It almost looks like the glitter is floating, and then you have like the rocks on the back end, you know? That's what that reminds me of. But the sparkles, oh my. I didn't think that when I created that color that I was gonna fall in love with it so much, you know? I'm sad that I didn't get to put the foil on these. I can't believe I forgot. Look at me just getting this shit everywhere. Good thing it's HEMA free, y'all. Alright, hold up, y'all. Sometimes you just gotta do it this way. Okay. Okay, and she goes. They are like quartz crystal, right? I love you guys. So you're gonna make us some sugar? Aw, thank you, Katie Cat. I'm trying to like not have all of this on me. Shout out to everybody who is still in here. Ice cream time! Whoop whoop! I don't know what I'm gonna have yet. I think I'm gonna have, I don't know, the rest of my taco pizza maybe. Okay, one more and that's it. I'm gonna take my glove off, put them in the lamp for a good solid 60, and I can't. I have to get this purple. Do you see the blue? Look at this purple, y'all. It's like purple, but it's got like a blue shift to it. These are my favorite nails. Bye. Okay, underneath. Oh my god, look at that. Oh shit. All I know is these rank up there with my other, with few other ones that I'm like, I can't get over. Do not ever leave the top coat on. I'm trying not to take forever doing this top coat, guys, but it's a little different here. Alright, let me clean this off. Oh my god. And you always want to take that excess off so it's not bumpy underneath, guys. Yeah. Alright, let's put her in. Alright, so she's going to go in there for a full 60. I'm going to shut my light off. You guys ready for the glow? Thanks for sticking around, everybody. Hitachi? Hello? You guys are the best. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to my members. If you want to become a member, go ahead and join and become a member. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's get these likes up for this beautiful nail set, shall we? I gotta stand up for a second. And turn. Give me 1 sec, guys. I gotta hit the button here. Oh, ooh, we did it. Everybody always leaves before the end, dude, which is crazy to me, you know? Alright. We got 30 more. 4 more seconds here. Ready? Almost. Sorry. I thought I had 4. Oh. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Drum roll, baby. Oh my Atlanta, Georgia, y'all. I had no idea that that was green and blue. Wow. The only one that don't glow is my pinky because I didn't use the cover colors, but the green is the white from Zulay. It's the glow in the dark white from Zulay, the pearl one. Oh my gosh. They're all my favorite. They are all my favorite. I don't care. I love them and I can't wait to show them off. Wow. Oh my goodness. Let me turn my light back on real quick, guys. So I can show you regular light. This is what they look like in regular lighting. Hold on. How freaking beautiful. Look at that top coat, bro. I love this nail. Look at the transition of this nail. My camera isn't picking up the actual color, but the color of that is like, look, and they're nicely done. We have a slope. This one's a little flat. That one's a little flat, but for the most part, we have a nice slope. So I'm not mad about it either. Wow. The back sides are really cool too. This was supposed to be here. It's supposed to go this way, and then this one was supposed to go this way, but whatever it is, what it is. These are the nails. I'm not going to do anything to them. I'm going to wear them exactly as. I may put something right here. You know what I mean? I may just put something right along this part here, and that's it. And the rest will leave, but if I do, I'll let you guys know. But these are the nails. Thanks for sticking with me. I hope you guys learned something. Good night, everybody. Thanks for happy Sunday, wherever you are. Happy Monday, wherever you are. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Thanks to my mods. Thanks to my members. And thanks to each and every single one of you guys that showed up tonight. And shout out to the new subscribers. Let's do this again. We'll be going live again. I'm pretty sure on Tuesday. So stay tuned, and I will see you on the flip side. And don't forget to check out Nails by Nelly Part 1, where I created this part of it, okay? I love you guys, and I'll see you on the flip side. Thank you, ladies and gents. I love you guys. Bye! Thanks for making tonight the best. Toodaloo.